Welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so we are going to get started here. Spirit is already talking and sending a message through to you that says the portal is opening. Now, this does feel like it's aligned with the eclipse that is happening, the upcoming eclipses that are happening in Pisces as well as Virgo. But as of the new moon that just passed in Virgo, the portal is now opening. All right, so let's dive a little bit deeper into this. I went ahead and set a spiritual quarantine for this reading. That spiritual quarantine will come down at the very end, and it's intended to ensure that this message makes it to you without interference. But Spirit's saying a couple of things here. As they're dropping me into or opening up into this energy, they're showing me what looks like right now in terms of this vision. It looks like almost like a library, a very large kind of opening to what I would describe as like a spiritual library. It's very clear that this isn't something that's in any way part of our realm of existence. I just see these tall pillars of like what looks like books and tomes. There's a lot of light in this space. It's very magical. It's very mystical as well. And as I'm looking into this scene, they're showing me on a table, a wooden, like almost mahogany table. They're showing me what looks like the scales of justice. So they're linking that in with the Justice Tarot card, but I'm seeing what looks like the scales of justice. And it's interesting because I'm also seeing on this table is perched a dove. And on one side of the scales is what looks like either herbs or plant is on one side of the scales. But I can't see what's on the other side of the scales. So I feel like that's important today. We're going to look into that with the tarot cards in just a moment. All of this is a metaphor from Spirit. But I am seeing those scales. And what I'm hearing from them is they're saying this is a reconciliation that you're going through. The reconciliation is to reconcile your past and your present. It is looking at who you were, who you are, and the question that Spirit wants to ask is, who are you becoming? It's intended to help you navigate your way through whatever either darkness or challenges or obstacles that you're finding yourself in right now. This almost is giving the energy of like karma, but on a spiritual level, which is far beyond how you and I could even describe this energy. It's a much larger kind of scale and weighing process. But it feels like there's a reconciliation that you're going throughout this process. And the question is, who are you becoming? I think that is the question that is meant to be an answer to something that you've been asking deep down. Who am I? What am I supposed to be doing here? What is my purpose? How do I move through this challenge? How do I move through this difficulty? And so it feels like all of these layers have shaped you. But there's something about your past catching up with your present, or integrating would be another way to describe this. So that way you can find a better balance within yourself. So as those two start to come into balance, and as we start to move into this energy of who are you becoming, I then see from this table, it kind of opens up a small pocket of the table, and out of it drops a key. And I see you bending down to pick it up. And this key looks like an old-time key. It's just this really beautiful, ornate key that I'm seeing. Yes. And with this key, I see you pick it up, as in it's the key to this whole kind of riddle or puzzle of your life that you've been trying to solve here. It's understanding that that past energy and that present energy needs to be integrated into all of you, and who will start to answer who you are becoming. It's like all of the key and the pieces of that were hidden, or were part of the story that you're building here. Yes, they were even saying part of the movie that you're building here. Yes. And so this becomes the key for you. With the key, suddenly I see opening up on the left side here is suddenly this doorway that suddenly we can see now. And there's a portal. And it's clear this key unlocks this doorway, opens this portal. Yes. But it feels important that you wouldn't have found this key without reconciling pieces of your past with who you are and who you are becoming. So Spirit wants you to know that you are now starting to step through that portal, step through the doorway. But it's only because of the work you've been doing, and for some of you, the work that you will be doing in this upcoming eclipse period, through this next period of time, as they're saying. They also they're sending through the time 455. 455, so that could also be an angel number for you if you want to look that up. So let's go ahead and dive a little deeper here. Let's get into this. Spirit, what do you want to say on this? Yeah, the death energy. This is all about change and transformation. This is a really good thing. This is coming in, connected in with the Scorpio archetype and the Scorpio sign. Scorpio is all about portals and passageways. Scorpio is all about the transformation you have to do to be able to step through those new openings. Yes, Scorpio is all about the alchemical process of transmutation. Yes, but you have had to become, or will have to become, someone new, someone more integrated for you to step into the future of who you are becoming. And that question feels unknown yet. It is meant to. You're not meant to know what each step is moving forward. But there is you needing to come into a fuller version of yourself by bringing parts of your past, reconciling it into your current, into your present. It's almost like bringing them up to date. This one. That one. They're saying bringing them up to speed. Page of Pentacles, which is interesting because the Pentacles can be a really slow moving process. This is coming through as Page of Pentacles. This is actually coming through with the integration bit. It's almost like taking this step by step. This, for some of you, will feel new, like that page energy, to be able to kind of weigh and balance yourself against these scales. Yes. Some of this you are already being supported through. There's an energy here that Spirit wants you to know that deep down you are a good person, 10 of Cups. Deep down you are deserving and worthy of feeling love, happiness, joy. Like that is part of who you are meant to be, but it's also seeing the parts of you, 10 of Cups in reverse, that maybe haven't always been so sparkly. I'm seeing the stars on this card sparkle or shiny. Seeing the parts of you that may have been hidden in the dark. There's a wanting you to unearth that. Again, Page of Pentacles, like bring it up. Like you see the pentacle bringing it up from the earth. I do feel like there are some things from your past that you have not yet explored. Things that may make you feel ashamed, things that may make you feel unworthy, things that may make you feel guilt, some things that may make you feel, they're saying the word dirty. Yeah, but the thing is, like, all of that is okay. All of that's okay. It's important to bring in kind of our lower selves with our higher selves as well. Yes, this is a prompt for deeper healing. This energy is intended to support your healing. It's intended to help you marry the two, almost like the two vases that this water bearer is holding or is carrying. It's both. This is meant to kind of marry the light and dark within you. Spirit, what's on the other side of this scale? What's been weighing them down? What haven't they been seeing? It's almost like it's been veiled to you, like this person is veiled. It's almost like it's been hard to even see it. What else? No, these ones. Okay, they gave you a couple cards here. So they gave you the Eight of Pentacles, upright and reverse. This is reflecting the times where you weren't aware of the work that needed to be done on yourself. That's what's on the other side of this scale, of the times where certain traumas or certain wounds or certain like darkness was building up, yeah, in your energetic field, maybe in your character. Giving the Nine of Cups. Yes, this is coming through, I've never read this card this way, but it's coming through as like your character of like what's kind of behind this curtain, this veil, the cups that you see here, the things that are unprocessed is coming out in reverse. But wanting you to see it, wanting you to sit with it like this person, wanting you to bring it into the present moment. Again, we have the Page of Pentacles again. Again, the call here is to unearth this. The call here is to dig deeper. The call here is to bring this up, to upgrade it. That's what they keep saying. To upgrade yourself by integrating the darkness within you. And as humans, we are both light and dark. And so it does us no good to hide that darkness from ourselves, because in fact, it's just a repression process. King of Cups in reverse. It's time for you to go through the deeper layers of feelings. It's also reflecting the ways that this has been almost spilling out of you in other ways. By not seeing the darkness within you, it is what you are harboring within yourself. They're showing me like a ship harbor. It's what you're harboring within yourself. And in fact, you may be projecting onto others or into other situations these feelings and traumas and wounds and different dark periods of your life that you haven't processed yet or haven't had the proper healing to be able to do so. Spirit is asking you to do that now. Spirit is sending through support for you to do that now. And to know that you are a good person, and that doesn't make you a bad person. Deep down, we're all good. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is all about karma. The Wheel of Fortune is all about how the scales balance or are imbalanced over time. The Wheel of Fortune is all about the movement of life and the movement of the tides of life, like the King of Cups. This is a good thing. You moving through this process and being willing to look at the things within you that need to be seen brings you into fortune, brings you into luck, brings you into happiness. This is how we find this is the card of reconciliation. It's almost like it is now starting to add up. Yes. So that's what's on the other side of the scale, are these pentacles, are these cups, are the things that have been in the shadow for far too long. Things that you hoped would go away or could be swept under the rug. things that maybe your mind and body had hidden from you for some time, to protect you from the pain, to protect you from some of the things you may see about yourself that you don't like. 10 of Cups in reverse. But all of it's okay, because ultimately it is healing for you. It balances you further between the realm of the earth and that of the divine. You are meant to hold both. You are meant to hold both. So that's part of the key here. That's how you access the key to the opening that you're looking for, to becoming the person that you want to be, to realizing the dreams that you want to see. Yeah. To be able to celebrate who you are. Ceremony. And it says ritual, celebrate, devotion. Do you see these two sides of self here? That's the same person. Yeah. It is no longer repressing one side of yourself. Maybe it's the dark side to the shadows, like the moth says. Yeah, they're showing me the moon tarot card, the moon energy. Okay, so there's a wanting to bring this into harmony, to bring this into balance, to bring it into the present, to hold and love those parts of yourself. And to continue to know that you are inherently good. You are, because you exist. And so no matter what you've done or what the past has held for you, or what sadness or tragedy that you've either experienced or maybe even caused, okay, no matter what, you are still worthy of feeling forgiveness, worthy of feeling good, worthy of feeling happiness and love. Yeah, this is wonder, it says awe, transcendence, and reverence. Yeah, Spirit's asking you now to transcend this view of yourself as only being one-dimensional, because there's so much more to you. And it's okay that there are parts that you've been afraid of, you haven't wanted to see, wanted to acknowledge, wanted to repress, wanted to lie about, wanted to not exist. Spirit is asking you to acknowledge that it's real, and to love those parts of yourself too. This is no small ask. This is no small thing for you to do, but it is the key to unlocking all of the things that you really want. And to the level of gratitude, there's a gratitude coming in with this, to be alive, and a gratitude to have the absolution that Spirit, and only Spirit, can provide. So what about the key? They're saying that's the key. You can pick it up anytime off the floor. Yes. Oh, I like this. It says hearth, it says safety, comfort, and it says spiritual connection. Yeah, you're very spiritually connected. And your spirit team is supporting you and has unconditional love for you. Yes. But wanting you to feel that level of safety within yourself, that you can be okay with and inviting of all parts of yourself, that you create a safe space for yourself to be able to see everything, And that's the key. That's what they keep saying. That's the key. The key is for you to truly love yourself. And to acknowledge what may have led to different versions of yourself that maybe you're not as proud of. Or maybe ones that have felt difficult or hard, or ones that were the result of some tragedy, trauma, the result of very difficult times. But all of those deserve a spot by the fire. All of those deserve to be seen, and they're saying laid out on the table. And no matter what, with the scales here, Spirit is always weighing in your favor. Yes. Spirit is always weighing in your favor. There is an acknowledgement that you've always done the best that you could. Always. That has never changed and never wavered. And Spirit knows that. And wants you to know it too. And it's okay to love yourself and love yourself through and through. It brings you more vividly and vibrantly into your own life. They're saying things taste different, things smell different, things you sense differently now. There's a visual acuity. It's like when you bring in all parts of yourself and love them, even the ones that feel like they've been shrouded in the dark, that have been veiled. Yeah, it's time to open that up. Yes, open that box. Open that door. Yes, because when you walk through the portal itself, you will be whole. You will be filled. Yes, you will be full. So what's through the portal? Anything else with the key or portal? Yeah, judgment. Judgment. This judgment is the judgment you hold for yourself, and you only. Spirit is holding you at a higher level with unconditional love, knowing that you are loving because you exist, and you are lovable because you exist. There's nothing you need to do. The judgment or the criticism or the criticality or the shame you feel is actually just coming from you. Spirit wants you to release that, wants you to allow yourself to see who you are, all of the decisions you've made, all of the experiences you've had, all of the things that have passed for you, and wants you to see just how beautiful you are, how multidimensional you are, how many sides of you there are. And none of them are bad, because you're not bad. You are so good, in fact. And so Spirit wants you to get support, healing support, to release this judgment. Yes. Spirit is providing some of that now, of course. Because you are human, because you exist, you are already forgiven. You are already good enough. You are already good. You are meant to be expansive. But it does no good to not see it all. They want you to see it. Strength. You have what it takes. You absolutely can do this. And there's a strength of your soul, and there's a strength of your character when you acknowledge your own dark. Yes. It just makes you fuller. More clear. clarified, and with purpose, and with meaning. All right. Anything else, Spirit? The portal. Yeah. Now you can walk through the portal to experience who you are becoming. Now you can put the key in the door. Now you can experience all that life has to offer when you are balanced within yourself. And there's a lot of good. All right. So we have approached the end of this reading. I hope this has been helpful for you. So we're going to pull a final oracle card here. I'm going to read from the guidebook and channel anything else that's needed. You want this one? Okay. Last messages from Spirit. It says healing the mother line. It says healing, ancestral work, mother line, growing up. This is part of your evolution. By you bridging your light and dark and bringing it and integrating into you, it is maturation. For some of you, some of the healing that you're doing is directly connected into your mother line. We're living in a time of complex healing, especially when it comes to the mother line. Collectively, we're facing the intergenerational trauma that colonialism and patriarchy have imprinted on us. So many born to mothers who were not mothered themselves. It's time to mend the chain. So many of our ancestral lines have experienced brutal persecution and separation from the sacred feminine. We've been starved of the great mother's unwavering embrace, and instead told to look only to a male god in the sky. So many were not taught to see the sacred in all things, and the feminine in all her stages as sacred, powerful, holy, and sometimes dark. This way of living has gone on for too long, and we're all being called to heal it on behalf of our ancestors, past and emerging. Healing is possible. It may not be straightforward or easy, but it is possible. It can be felt forward and back. Your ancestors, past and future, are singing with you. It's time to release our mothers all the way back for what they may not have been able to give. To find a way to cultivate the loving mother within, to treat ourselves with the same deep reverence, adoration, understanding, and compassion that we longed for all along. You can be that for yourself today. You can meet yourself where others could not. And as you do, future ancestors will bless you for finding the courage to release and heal deep. And the rose transmission is, I reach all the way back to the original mother, and I set all the mothers and myself free. For some of you, some of the healing you have to do is connected in with your upbringing, is connected in with what you've inherited, but also what you learn in your family of origin or the caregivers who provided for you. This is an ask for you now to integrate your own mother archetype and for you to now provide the loving, unconditional support that the mother does, capital M. Spirit wants you to know this energy is encapsulated in the energy of the universe and of Spirit itself. The Great Mother holds us all. And there is nothing that you have done or has been done to you that is unforgivable. There is nothing that is something that is too deep and dark that you can't come back from. Spirit wants you to acknowledge the parts of yourself that make up the beautiful lower self as well as your higher self, and to marry those two into the body and the vessel that you use to walk and live on this earth. It is time, and you are ready, and you have the strength and courage to do this. That is what the portal is opening for you, is a chance to be your true self in all your forms, all whole together in one. All right, well, I hope this reading has been helpful for you and has found you where you've needed it today. I'm so glad you're here. If this reading has been helpful for you, just feel free to give it a like or even drop a comment that lets me know this found you where it needed to. I am doing personal readings right now, so if you'd like your own specific healing, transmission, and message from Spirit, feel free to check out my website. On my website, it's really easy to book a reading with me. I have some openings right now, so definitely feel free to check that out, but I'd love to deliver a message specifically for you and to connect with you directly. If you'd like to continue receiving messages like this, definitely make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications for when new messages come through for you. I also am a somatic therapist, and I specifically support with this level of healing and this deep healing that's needed. I have an offering right now called Somatic Reclamation, which will support you in releasing stored past trauma that is in your body, so that way you can integrate it and move into your present adult core self. If you're interested in that work and working with me as a healer who works outside of the patriarchy, definitely feel free to reach out to me. I have that information in the description box below for Somatic Reclamation. There's also more information available on my website, and I would really love to connect with you and get to work with you in coaching and guiding your healing process. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here today. The spiritual quarantine is going to come down now, but I hope this has been helpful for you, and I'm sending you so much love and blessings as you move through this integration and filling in and reconciliation and wholeness process that you are going through. All right, I'll see you at our next reading. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.